Welcome to prime time, bitches. Evening, everyone. Welcome back to my horror movie reviews for Halloween. And tonight, I was originally going to review the first Nightmare on Elm Street film, but then I remembered I technically already reviewed it back when I saw it in theaters. It was a really short review. It was only 2 minutes long, so eventually I'll revisit that. But since I kind of made it a point that I'm not going to be reviewing horror movies that I've already covered, technically I'm not going to do the original one this month. For the same reason why I'm not covering the original Halloween film or any of the Evil Dead movies. So instead, I decided that I was gonna talk about the remake movie, and I'm going to be honest, like, even though it doesn't hold a candle to the original, I don't think it was that bad, to be honest, and I know that people are probably going to ready their pitchforks and torches, but I didn't mind it that much. I thought the kills were okay. I mean, yes, they weren't very creative. Like, all it really was just rehashes of kills from the original, especially with Katie Cassidy's death, where, like, it's just a repeat of Chris from was it Chris? No, Tina, sorry. Katie Cassidy played Chris. Tina was the original kill in the first movie. And then, like, for everyone else, basically it's just, like, people getting their throats slit or their stomachs getting slashed, like Freddy's arm just bursts out of them, which, again, is also taken from the other films, such as Freddy's Revenge, the second movie. The CGI is atrocious. Especially like the recreation of the scene where like Freddy like pops out of the bedroom wall. Like here it's just like a CGI ghost thing. That and like the whole explosion and his facial makeup just looks awful. Rooney Mara plays an awful version of Nancy where like she has like little to no emotion, and yet throughout it all, like, I still don't really hate it as much as like everybody else seems to. Like, for one, I honestly think that Jackie Earle Haley worked with what he was given, and let's be honest, he was the highlight of the film throughout all the actors and actresses in here. Like, again, I've already said that Rooney Mara did an awful Nancy. The guy who played as Glenn, who I only know him as playing the Flash on Smallville, he was okay, but I feel like he was too mopey. I know that Clancy Brown was in this, but he's basically a glorified cameo. And then there's that one actress who I've seen pop up who plays as Nancy's mom, but she's barely in the movie too. And then, yeah, Katie Cassidy's in there, but, I mean, she gets killed off quick. And, well, personally, I personally don't think that her acting got any better when she moved on to Arrow. But Jackie Earle Haley, I think he did okay. I mean, obviously, he wasn't going to top Robert Englund, but I still think he did a decent job. And then talking about, like, the elephant in the room, about how they changed Freddy's origin from being a child killer into being sorry, I'm trying to find the word that's not going to get this video possibly removed. Turning him into like a kitty diddler. Sorry, but no, where they made him like into a pervert of minors. I honestly didn't really mind that. Like, I know that a lot of people hate that, but I mean, like, Freddy Krueger's already like a piece of shit character. Well, I mean, like, no, he's a great character. He's just a piece of shit person, right? And like, yes, I know that some people think that it was just weird changing his origin like that, but I'm I don't know. I don't understand why people got so bent out of shape that they turned him into like someone who was attracted to little kids. Like that makes about as much sense as when people got when some news articles, well, gossip articles, got annoyed when in It Chapter 2, Pennywise was supposedly anti-LGBT, and they're saying, well, Pennywise not an ally. Well, you know that Pennywise eats kids, right? Why do you want him as an ally, right? Why? And it's kind of the same thing here. Why are you expecting Freddy Krueger to be all nice and everything? Like I think I even heard someone say that like Freddy Krueger's character that like you kind of love to hate. Well, that's a reason that you love to hate him, because he does the most heinous acts, and well, the remake kind of makes you hate the character even more. So I never understood why people just hated that they changed him from being a child killer into being like that kind of pervert, especially since like in some of the movies, especially Freddy vs. Jason, it was always implied that he was like a pervert anyway. So I never fully understood the hate for that. I mean, yeah, maybe they should have kept him as being a child killer, but I don't understand why people just got upset with changing his story like that much, and basically trying to make it sound like, well, you're supposed to Freddy Krueger's supposed to be like the character that like you just love to hate. Well, there's a great reason to hate him. All right. I mean, you got characters like Art the Clown, who, the third Terrifier movie is set to come out in just a couple weeks, and like last year there was an article talking about how Hollywood pulled their funding from that movie because the opening scene was just too extreme, which implies that it's more extreme than the first two Terrifier films, which I still think as of now that that maybe Art's like going to like not only kill a kid, because Pennywise has killed kids in the It movies, but he's going to like brutally maim them and then kill them, which is something that Pennywise hasn't done. But I don't know, that's just my thoughts on this. This kind of turned into a rant that where I was weirdly defending the remake movie, because like, let's be honest, it's not a good movie by any means. I just found the whole thing about like people getting mad about his origin being changed just being weird, because like Freddy Krueger is supposed to be like an awful, terrible person to begin with. So I don't understand why some people just got mad that like they just made him more awful, because like there's not a whole lot that you can do to make him like more evil than he already was in the original films. So I don't know, I'm just gonna end this review before I just go off on another tangent. I mean, maybe if you just want to drink and turn your brain off, this is a cool movie to watch. Or even if you're binging all of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, like if you're a completionist like I am, and you just want to tack it on at the very end, like go ahead and see this film. But like if you're a diehard fan of Robert Englund's Nightmare on Elm Street series, then obviously just skip this one. But that's it for this review. I'll see you guys for a not so controversial movie tomorrow. And never sleep again.